Hail and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Sadly, I've been informed that the past part was too hype for younger viewers. Like, some of them went into crazy maelstroms of hype and whatnot. So we're gonna just lower the tone a little bit here, and lower the excitement, and just have a part where we cook a bunch of stuff and play a bunch of games. Are you okay with that, Hell Dragon?
Man, I don't know about you, but loading up Kingdom Hearts 3, the last thing I want to do is be completely excited with the game I'm playing. It's just, oof, that's too much.
I forget, did you actually finish the menu for the bistro?
I did not bother. I made like one dish, and I was like, well, that was an excellent experience. I'm going to go back to pretty much cooking meat ahead of time and just eating that, frozen vegetables, and maybe some beans. And that's pretty much my menu, guys.
Fair dues. It gave me like a lot of time there to get the excellent in. I guess the game felt sorry for me.
I'm just going to leave that alone.
I know, I'm a very feel-sorry-worthy about pumpkin and black truffle. Let's crack the egg. Make sure you get it in the bowl. This is a classic rookie's mistake.
Sometimes cracking eggs can be dicey. I eat a lot of eggs, but usually what I like to do a solid crack on the edge of the bowl, because that way, if I do it any other way, bits of shell keep getting into the damn mixture, and I hate picking those out.
Okay. Wait, you're not supposed to eat the egg shell, just to clarify?
No, I did not order my egg crunchy, thank you very much.
Yeah. Actually, is there like a variety of egg dish that's crunchy? I'm going through them in my mind. We have hard-boiled egg, but I don't think you're meant to eat the outside shell. Scrambled egg's pretty soft. I guess if you put like crunchy bits of bacon in an omelette and whatnot, that would suffice?
Fucking yeah. No, that sounds good. Like, my aunt's husband, he makes pretty good omelets. I usually like to get bacon in those. But yeah, no, a bacon, cheese, egg omelet, that shit hits the spot like you won't believe.
Alright, what else we got here? Oh no, it's the pepper grinder one. I'm actually pretty terrible at this. Like, traditionally speaking, the Stevens family has been terrible at going and pouring these spices onto food.
It is funny when he fucks this up because he just kind of flings it everywhere.
There we go. Oh god, no Gordon Ramsay coming in to call me a donkey today.
I'm not much of a cook, but I would probably emphasize cooking the dish correctly over doing fancy tricks. Because, let's face it, I don't trust Sora to cook a lot of things. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's being controlled by Remy over there, so I don't know, maybe that ups his cooking potential by 50%. And by the way, critical mode, I would recommend actually doing the bistro stuff, because I imagine these passive buffs from the dishes and whatnot will help you a lot down the line.
I don't know if I'm going to do critical mode, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of, right now, looking at the games I want to replay, because I'm not really reaching out to buy any new games right now, so I'm seeing what I want to play next. I was actually going through Devil May Cry 5 again. I don't really see a reason for me to revisit KH3 in terms of gameplay, unless they add something, like, amazing to it. I'd have to see.
Well, we're talking, like, new bosses, new story content, and so on?
Well, that, I really don't want to pay for new story content if they're going to include stuff that should have been there in the base game, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Alright, let's play Mickey the Male Pilot. Oh god, my ears!
Man, this reminds me, I used to have, like, a Tiger Electronic, like, Star Trek game. It was shaped like the communicator. You know, like the little symbol they do, the swish for the communicator, and it was just the Enterprise flying back and forth, shooting stuff. I played that a lot longer than I expected. I'm kind of surprised because, of course, back then, we didn't really have the options that we have now, so you had to kind of make do with what games you could get.
That's still a pretty good AVGN episode, by the way, the Tiger Electronics and whatnot. There was a fucking wristwatch version of those, and it's not exactly Tiger Electronics related, but I remember, I think we were on holiday somewhere in Europe. It was like between the why do these primitive game things have to be so primitive? At least I got the high score for it anyway. My point was, at the checkout in the Le Supermarket, whatever the hell that translates to, that we were in, there were like many little Game & Watches and whatnot, and there was like, oh, there's like Donkey Kong that like kind of like opened up and whatnot, and actually come to think of it, that might have been Tiger Electronics, I'm not sure.
I think it was, because again, AVGN covered some of those. I did want the Power Rangers one super bad, actually. So, but I never really got it, and these days, of course, really no point, except for nostalgia's sake.
Oh, nostalgia. Let me tell you guys, it's nice to live in the past, but you've always got to keep moving forward. Look at these eggs, for example. They're destined to be put in these boxes, but let's just say nostalgia is an incorrect path chosen for them. They just crack on the side and go all about slimy and whatnot, and you don't want that in an egg, at least until it's on your plate.
Fuck me, this is a thrilling game.
I'm trying my best, guys, but it's just this. I don't know if I'll be showing off all the classic Kingdom games or the entire menu in the bistro, but someone did ask us if we're going to get those Keyblades. I'll try, because they are actually pretty fun, like ability-wise and whatnot.
Yeah, I may have to eventually go back and get them, but I'm not sure.
Not sure about a lot of things when it comes to actually putting effort in, are you, Helldragon?
Yeah, I mean, if you can save effort in some areas, you can place that effort towards other things.
Was it work smarter, not harder?
That's the plan.
I think a lot of you may have actually played a game like this before. You've got a certain number of steps you can take to rid the whole field of grass, and you've basically got to take the correct path. This is a very common puzzle in Professor Layton games.
And Zelda too. I've seen it. I think it was in the Oracles. Where you get these. I actually like these kind of puzzles. I actually played this one. This is pretty much the only one of the games I played, because again, after a while, it just gets really familiar.
They're not all winners, but they're okay for what they are. A lot of these were in Union Cross to begin with as well. In fact, let me look this up, because I think there were some that were new for Kingdom Hearts 3. Yep, it's just this.
Yep, compelling shit.
Alright, let's have a look here. Classic Kingdom is a series of minigames in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Kingdom Hearts 3. They are simple. There are 6 in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and 23 in Kingdom Hearts 3. Ooh, I can't do math, so work out the difference yourself.
Something crazy taxi. Yeah.
Oh man, imagine if they made an 8-bit Crazy Taxi. That would be pretty nice. Actually, it's just while we're on the subject of video games, do you know what world recently appeared in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross?
No.
I gotta take a run up for this one. Wreck-It Ralph, good sir.
Oh. I actually would have really liked it if Wreck-It Ralph was in this game. I think that would have been really fun.
Well, don't forget, they can't exactly use Sonic and so on in the game, so maybe a good compromise would have been to have Square Enix properties in it and whatnot, because I've been told there's an Einhander reference in this, and obviously we have Final Fantasy stuff and so on.
Well, I was kind of expecting if they were going to do a Wreck-It Ralph kind of world, they would do, obviously, a general area where we can't use the other licensed characters, or maybe Basin and Sugar Rush, or something like that. I just think it would have been really cool in this game, because the game is lacking in worlds as it is, how it feels. So having that extra world here would have been really nice.
I think maybe 1 or 2 more worlds would have rounded it off, honestly, but I guess they wanted to keep it to 7. So there's 7 Guardians of Light, 7 worlds, and so on. Actually, let me do a count on my hand here. We have Olympus, we have Toy Story, Tangled, then we have Monsters Inc., which is coming up next, then we have Arendelle, which is Frozen, Pirates, and Big Hero 6, so yeah, 7.
Okay.
At least in terms of stuff where the non-critical plot's going on. They save all that for the Keyblade Graveyard.
I mean, as we've said before, even the worlds in this game, though some of them are pretty nice, ultimately they amount to filler because all the big shit's at the end of the game.
Yeah, true enough, mate, true enough. I'm actually going to see if I can find the story update and whatnot, because it is pretty crazy. It's very crazy.
I guess he's using a bug zapper, sort of, a kind of a bug spray gun to kill these things. Yeah,
it's kind of what was it, Stanley the Bugman or something? He had a trophy in one of the Smash Bros. Games, I believe.
Now this guy just legit has a shotgun, or it's like a AK or I don't know. No, it's like one of those airsoft ball guns that you can get. You know, it's like Nerf.
It looks like a freaking bonk to me, mate, but whatever floats your boat, I suppose. I have no idea what the requirement is to get the high score in this. I promised myself I'm not going to go past 1,000. And you'll notice it said, like, white ones take more than one hit to defeat. Those guys didn't show up, so I'm going to assume, like, you have to at least encounter those first.
Oh my god. It's just like... it's like level 1 Galaga up in here. Man, that action button is going crazy.
Look at those things furiously flashing. Man, I wish I was playing Honey Slider right about now.
And Sora in the background is Donald. No, Donald in the background is like, when's Melee?
Never, Donald, never ever. I think the Wreck-It Ralph world was a digital one, by the way. Don't be facetious with me, I know it's digital already, but it's like a Datascape version of the world. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in Union Cross right now. Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty sure there was like a minigame of sorts like this in one of the iToy compilations. Probably iToy 2, I think, for the PS2.
What a thrilling game. Play as a waiter in a restaurant. Great.
This ain't a restaurant, mate. I think you need to take another look.
They're all the same. They all run together.
Well, at least we can get good dogs. I'm not sure about Goofy. Wait, no, a dog is just a pig thing. God, I'm slowly losing my mind playing all these classic Kingdom games. I can't even say Kingdom correctly. Carnival is spelled with K.
God, you guys already ate like 3 hot dogs. I don't even know. Where are you putting all these?
We're not actually eating them. We're throwing them in the trash and coming back to help stimulate your business.
That's true. I mean, you don't actually have to eat the product as long as they purchase the product. That stimulates the economy.
Yeah, okay, I'm done here. We're done with Classic Kingdom for a while. Jesus Christ.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I had nothing to say for that, but I want to show off what I can in the game. I'm not just trying to, like, rush through and whatnot. I just feel like Kingdom Hearts 2 lends itself more to actually, stopping and, smelling the roses and so on. Because, again, it was a little bit slower paced overall. Alright, we out this bitch. So, why do I always back out of menus? There you go, Tom. World map, let's go.
Alright, so now I guess we are traveling over to... What's the next world on our list?
The next world, good sir, is Monstropolis, Monsters Inc. land.
Ah, excellent. This is actually... I'll get more into it as we go on, but this is probably my favorite world in the game. I just think it clicks everything right, from the get-go.
That's interesting. I would have put Toy Box on top of my list, but I can see why you like Monstropolis so much. It's definitely in one of my top picks, but we'll talk about it more when we get there. In the meantime, we have a big-ass ship with big-ass guns.
Also, gigantic Mickey ears on it, because why not?
Oh, delete this!
That's still, like, the best gummy ship I've ever seen.
I can't find the picture. It may have been lost to time, for all I know.
I don't know. It's been on the internet. We saw it on Twitter. It's probably somewhere.
Right, any topics we can discuss while we basically gummy ship our way to the next world?
Fuck me, I don't know. I talked about my real life, but I don't think you guys want to hear that.
No, God no.
Yeah, for bag that noise, you gotta make with the tee-hee funny.
I'm waiting.
Oh, well, I'm just... I mean, it's you're the one that decides to get into an encounter with that Heartless he could have easily avoided.
I gotta make it visually stimulating at least. Let's make it orally stimulating as well. That's A-U-R, etc., not the other one. Don't get it twisted.
No, the only aura I need is Aurus X, I'm sorry.
Thank you, thank you. Seriously, what have you been fucking playing recently? Anything, Eldragon? Come on, choppy.
Well, shit, a lot of my stuff has been taken up by real-life career things, admittedly. Other stuff I've been playing recently, like I said, I've been going back through Devil May Cry 5. I've been trying some random map generators for Doom. They've got, like, some programs that let you, like, make your own maps, and they can get actually pretty crazy.
Nice.
There, I've been stacking Brutal Doom on top of that. That's pretty fun. Let me see what else has been going on here. Just kind of digging through my Steam library. A while ago, I was actually playing Risk of Rain 2. I don't know if you or anybody else you know have been trying that game out.
We had a meeting the other night, and no, nobody's heard of Risk of Rain.
Well, Risk of Rain is like a roguelike.
I know what Risk of Rain is, Helldragon.
I'm fixing to say, well, they put out a sequel not too long ago. It's decent. It needs more content. Like, I mean, out of the gate, it's pretty good. It's early access, so. But I bought that, and I was playing like a good chunk of it, and kind of messing around with all the different classes. So it just needs more stuff at this point. Other than that, it's a good, solid starting base.
Okay. As for me, I've actually been playing a lot of Enter the Gungeon. I still can't beat the game. The most I've ever, like, gotten is up to Chamber 5, which is the last chamber, and I got, like, my ass pushed in instantly. Like, oh my god. There was, like, a time trial for the computer, and let me tell you, that motherfucker took platinum.
Wow. I also bought Enter the Gungeon recently as well. I just mess with it here and there. I'm doing it on controller. I'm not sure if that can get really... With a mouse, you can obviously have finer gun control. But I don't know. I just like playing those games on controllers. I would love to see more Diablo-style games on, like, Steam or whatever, but I can use the controller on them. Like, I hate how in PC games they kind of spread... the keys out to all across the keyboard, but when you're using a controller, everything is like there and compact. And in those cases, when I'm playing Diablo-style games, I just get hooked. You know, I'm obsessively playing it, want to beat it, I just get really into it. So I haven't really found anything like that, though, that would work.
Wait for it, it's a big old fish monster.
No, I guess a monster has to guard the Monsters, Inc. world, fair enough.
Here's a question: if they shut down the Heartless production plan in Radiant Gone, how is it still spitting out new Emblem Heartless?
I would assume they're replicating on their own. I mean, they might be at that point where they can reliably do that.
That is a distinct possibility. I just thought I'd bring it up in the hope that someone would agree with me, and I could make a "This is Kingdom Hearts, and this is why it sucks" video.
Yeah, good. Just make that like 2 hours, and you've got to have, of course, naturally, an animated avatar that's thinner than you are in real life. Trust me, I would do exactly the same. And I can use him in lieu of actually filming my ugly mug for reactions.
Oh, and you better watch out when I fold my arms, because that means shit's about to get real.
In defense of Master Xehanort.
God almighty.
Terrible.
Well, that will be a very interesting topic come late game, but this lad, I'm not really sure of his name, isn't really too hard. The biggest danger is when he just, like, comes towards the screen, and that's roughly about it.
Yeah, I think they said his name was, like, Dread Shark. Again, the problem I ran into is that, again, he wasn't necessarily that bad, but because I had, like, a shittier blueprint that I didn't really update, he took way too long to kill, and I think somehow I still got, like, an A rank on that, so kind of a crapshoot of a boss for me.
Yeah, that is the thing with the gummy bosses in this game. I think they, like, expect you to be upgrading your ship as you go along, but, you know, sometimes you just can't. I don't know, it's skill gated and whatnot, I guess. And yeah, there's a boss coming up in a future part that took like 10 minutes because I was just like hammering the button and whatnot for so long.
The gummy ship bosses in this game definitely do not hold a candle to KH2, even though a lot of those were obviously on rails, and it was more like stuff happening in the background and you were just pointing and shooting at that. They still felt way more involved, like that highway boss with the roller, Heartless, that one was pretty hype, if only for the music.
I mean, that wasn't really, there weren't bosses per se in KH2, I'm pretty sure. It was just more like obstacles more than anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, it is the Dread Shark, and I got me a lovely bevy of EXP prizes. Alright guys, we shall join you next time where we're free of the Classic Kingdom for the time being, and it's time to visit the monsters down in Monstropolis. See you then.